New channel alert, the Chat Sports Studios have started a new NFL draft channel. So how many Saints fans love the NFL draft? If you're part of the Who Dat Nation and you love the NFL draft, show it by subscribing to youtube.com/chatnfl. I'll have the link in the comment section and the description of this video. I mean, it's not just Saints stuff. It's all 32 teams, mock drafts, draft targets, all sorts of fun content from all of the hosts and all the channels here at Chat Sports. But on today's show, I'm going to be giving my reaction to the latest Mel Kiper 2-round mock draft, and we're also going to get into a potential surprise segment for tomorrow's live. So stick around till the end so that way you can see what that surprise segment is. And without further ado, let's get this party started. Welcome into Saints Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Trace Girouard. If you want to interact with me, feel free to hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at TraceGirouard48. I'll have the link in the comment section in the description, so that way it's easier for you to find me. But let's go ahead and break down the latest Mel Kiper 2-round mock draft. And I'm not going to lie, guys. It's pretty similar to what we've seen so far, so let's get into it. In the first round pick, the number 29 overall, Mel Kiper mocked Kalijah Kancey, the defensive tackle out of Pitt, to the New Orleans Saints. And I do like this pick. I like Kalijah Kancey. I'm pretty high on him. He's one of my top draft targets for the Saints in the first round. But let's take a look at what Mel Kiper had to say this go-round on his mock draft. As I mentioned in my previous mock draft, the Saints completely turned over at defensive tackle and added Saunders and Nathan Shepard to their new starters. What if they're not done adding? Kancey is one of my favorite prospects in this class. He's so explosive as a pass rusher, and despite being undersized at 6'1", 281 pounds, he's going to rack up sacks at the next level. Giggity. He had 14.5 sacks over the past 2 seasons. New Orleans could also look at the pass catchers here, either a tight end or a wide receiver. So let's take a look at what the Pittsburgh Panther did last year for it. I guess at Pittsburgh. Sorry about that. 31 tackles, 15 tackles for a loss, 7.5 sacks, and 30 QB hurries. That's a lot of talent. He did that all in 11 games, and I understand that size matters in this context. Not all contexts, but this one it certainly does. So let's look at his scouting report. So scouting Kalijah Kancey, he's so quick and he's bursty and he is disruptive as hell. He's undersized, but he has good hand uses. Giggity again, goodness gracious. Wins more leverage games. He's able to manhandle and get through the blocks. He's able to shed blocks really easily. He has 6 missed tackles in 2022, which was about 20% missed tackle rate. And then he has a quality arsenal of pass rushing moves. He's not just a power rusher. He's not just going to bull rush. He's going to get around. He's going to use his hands. He's going to bend. He's going to be physical. And he's very, very quick. His pro comp, it's Aaron Donald. That's at least what some people are saying, and here's why. Because the height, the weight, the measurables are so dang close. And I've shown this graphic before, but we're going to show it again. 6'1" compared to Aaron Donald, who was 6 3/4. 281 pounds, just 4 pounds shy of Aaron Donald when he weighed in 2014. 1.64 10-yard split. That is so dang fast. Aaron Donald, 1.63. The 40-yard dash, 4.67 versus Donald's 4.68. The athleticism score, 94 versus Donald's 98. The big difference between Kalijah Kancey and Aaron Donald, other than their names, it's the fact that Kalijah Kancey's arms are a lot shorter than Aaron Donald, which may be hurting his ability to get at the quarterback and disrupt the backfield, but he's fast, he's athletic, and the kid is talented. So let me know. Put your coach's hat on right now. Would you draft Kalijah Kancey at number 29 overall? Type D for draft, type P for pass. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Stay informed around all the New Orleans Saints draft buzz. There's draft rumors, draft trades. The Saints get active during the NFL draft and like to trade around. So be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications. That way you never miss a video, whether it's me or Abby Alonso giving you the content. You know it's going to be the best content on the internet. So lock us in, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on noties because tomorrow we're going live, and I'm going to give special shout-outs to every single person who's in the live within the first few minutes. So be sure you have your notifications on. All right, let's talk about Darnell Washington. Mel Kiper mocked Darnell Washington, the tight end out of Georgia, to the Saints in the second round at pick number 40. And here's what he had to say. I don't really like what he had to say, but we have to read it. I made this match in round 1 of my mock draft 2.0 because the Saints need to get more production out of the tight end position. I mean, okay, like, I have thoughts there. We know new starting quarterback Derek Carr appreciates the position and targets it often. He was a big fan of Darren Waller's when he was with the Raiders. Washington is a tough evaluation because he just didn't get the ball much. He was behind Brock Bowers, who was lighting it up for the Bulldogs. I mean, this dog, though, he's got some bark and he's got some bite. He had 45 catches and 3 touchdowns in 3 college seasons. At 6'7", 264 pounds, though, he has all the physical tools to be a complete player. And my initial reaction to this, Mel Kiper, make it more obvious you don't watch Saints football. Please make it more obvious, because did you forget about Juwan Johnson? I mean, he's literally Mr. Reliable. Over half of his catches were first downs. He had so many, or over half of his catches were meaningful downs, whether it's a touchdown or a first down. But I do like Darnell Washington as a prospect. He's pretty much Andre the Giant just playing football. I mean, he has power forward NBA qualities. He's just a freaking dog, and he's going to eat like his name's Aspen. Shout out to Juwan Johnson in 15 games played, 65 targets, 42 receptions, 508 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 12.1 yards per tote. Darnell Washington in the same amount of games. Bear in mind, he was sharing reps, he was splitting reps, and he was on the back half of reps with Brock Bowers. 43 targets, 28 receptions, 454 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 16.2 yards per catch. So let's talk about some pros and cons, kind of the scattering report, if you will. He's a phenomenal blocker with a lot of power. He actually had an 81.3 PFF grade for his blocking. Pretty impressive. I like to see that out of a tight end because, as we know, Adam Trautman, he's kind of been up and down, left and right. We're not really sure if he's going to pan out too much, but he does need to be coached up in his route running. I have full faith that that's something that the Saints staff could be able to do. They've been able to make Taysom Hill be a phenomenal asset to the Saints offense. I'm sure he had to get some work done on his route running, and now he's one of the better tools in the Saints offense and in that arsenal. He really does move well for his size. Like I said, he's 6'7", 264 pounds, 34 3/8 inch of arm length. I mean, that's long. That's long. He's got a lot of reach. He's gonna hit you first. He's gonna go up and get the ball. I like that. He's mainly an inline tight end though, and he does have limited production, but there's a lot of untapped potential here. And like I said earlier, this guy's literally Andre the Giant at tight end. So I'm going to bet on that, and I'm going to bank on that. But in terms of the depth chart, here's how it currently lays out. Juwan Johnson's your tight end 1. Mr. Reliable, my guy, JJ, the number 1 man. I love Juwan Johnson. He's going to be a freak this year. Shout out to you for getting paid. Adam Trautman, I'm not crazy on him anymore. He does well. He doesn't do well. He just... I want more out of him, and this is where I think Darnell Washington could fill in very well. Taysom Hill, as we know, he's not a true tight end. He's just a football player. He's not a quarterback. He's a football player. He's not a running back. He's a football player. So it just kind of makes sense to dump into the tight end room. But then you do have Lucas Kroll, the UDFA out of Pitt from last year, who was on the practice squad, and then Miller Forrestall, who was brought in. So this is how the tight end depth chart shakes out currently. But Who Dat Nation, I wouldn't hate going tight end here. I also wouldn't hate going linebacker at this position or wide receiver, depending on who's available. But let me know, what position do you want to draft in round 2? Share your thoughts in the comment section. And also, you want to get geared up. Whether a guy is drafted in the 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round, they're going to be rocking one of these fresh lids. You got the flat bill. You got the ball cap. You got the all black. It's fresh, it's clean. Get geared up. Wear this stuff out of Bourbon Street because I know you guys are trying to go and have a good time, and I know you want to be the flyest guy out there. So go get geared up. Chatsports.com/Saints hat. Link will be in the comment section and in the description for you of today's video. All right. I hope you guys hung around with us because we have a surprise segment for tomorrow's live show, which my guy, producer Seeps, will be on the ones and twos. I'll be your host. Abby Alonso will probably make a guest appearance. But I want to ask you this. Should we do this tomorrow? A Who Dat Nation-led mock draft. Stand up and get crunk in the comments section. So if you don't know what it is, by the way, type Y for yes, type U in for no if you want to do it. If you don't know what it is, this is how it works. So you get to make the picks. It's not me. It's not Mel Kiper. It's not McShay. It's not some idiot at ESPN. It's you, the Who Dat Nation, gets to make the picks. How it works, we're going to vote in the live poll. We're going to get the comment section popping. We're going to have you guys weigh in and let us know in between each segment of the live show. But if you want your pick to be heard and you want your voice to be heard and you want your guy picked, super chats will influence the decision. And at the end of the day, they might have the final say if it's a big enough super chat. And then after all of it is said and done, we will publish your mock draft. I will give my reaction. I'll break it down, give stats, analytics, scouting profiles, all the fun stuff. So guys, if you want to do a fan-led mock draft, make it known in the comment section. Hit the thumbs up icon on today's video. I need to know because this is the first time we've done it here on this channel. Other channels here at Chat Sports have done fan-led mock drafts in the past, but there's no fan base like the Who Dat Nation. I know y'all are some of the smartest fans out there. So make it known in the comment section. Hit the thumbs up icon. DM me on Twitter. Just let me know. We have to do the Who Dat Nation mock draft. Who Dat Nation, it's always a pleasure. Y'all stay golden. We'll catch you next time.